It was just a constant struggle to survive, whether we were stealing, whether we were using our bodies, selling drugs, we were juggling felonies all the time. You didn't have time to think, you didn't have time to breathe. You just had to stay alive.
All right, the Refuge is a 12-month residential place for ladies and their children who have been victims of sexual exploitation.
Yeah, I started using drugs when I was 12. Both of my parents were addicts. So when I was raised, there was always drugs and alcohol in my life. So I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
I began using when I was 16 years old. I was an IV user for, like I said, 15 years. It caused me to become a part of the human trafficking. It caused me my relationships with my children. It cost me my family. It cost everything before I came and was able to get clean.
Alcohol addiction, methamphetamine addiction brought me to Graciously Broken.
In and out of jail. Went to the penitentiary twice, 14 treatment centers, none of them would work. And then I heard about Graciously Broken, and I knew that I had to do something different.
I had been in my addiction for over 15 years. I'd been to several rehabs. I'd been arrested over 20 times. And my mother and my aunt actually brought me to Graciously Broken.
There's just so many hurting people. It's important to me to be able to give back, right? To be able to help somebody else that feels alone in the world or feels like they're not worthy or that they're not valuable. It's important that I get to have a part in that, however that looks, however little or big it may be, that I get to step in there and look somebody in the eyes and tell them, look, it doesn't matter what you've done or what's been done to you, God still loves you and you're valuable.
The lowest point was when I had to give my daughter up for adoption. She was a product of my addiction. She was a product of human trafficking. And at the time, I never thought I'd be able to get clean and sober. I gave her up in 2014, 2 years before I came into the program. And I just wanted a better life for her. So it was like the worst, best thing I've ever done.
I had been sober 7 years and relapsed. And what was different is I was married and had a family. And I had put the drugs and alcohol in front of them, and I was fixing to lose them.
My lowest point in my life was probably living in a motel and not being able to see my kids or my family.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people don't want to leave where they're at if they can't take their children, right? They'll stay in a bad situation if that means that's where they have to stay to keep their children. So it's important to have a place to go to where you can take those kids with you and know that they're going to be safe as well. And again, have a future for them as well to take them out of that situation that they're in.
It restored relationships that I didn't think would be possible. There's so many great things. The list could go on and on.
The laughter and the love, you know what I mean? I had people love on me and no judgment, laughing and having fun, and it's just amazing.
In this program, we plan to, again, give them hope, give them strength, to inspire them, to help them just be encouraged, but also to help them cope with the trauma and the different things that they've gone through in their lifetime, help their children with the same thing. Also to help them get on their feet, right, and maybe finish their education if they need to get a job at some point. But more than anything, just healing is what they need.
He was like, yeah, I was hoping to see her. And when he saw me, he saw the change. Like, I didn't have to say anything, he saw it. He said I looked different, I talked different, I smiled different. Like, he just could tell, and our relationship has just blossomed since then.
What I would say to anyone in this situation is there is a different way. Satan is a liar, and you are fully capable of stepping into who God says you are.
Annabella.
And Annabella, how old are you?
4.
And who are you sitting with? Is that your mommy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you love your mommy?